about that, huh? Now you need something to fantasize about. Something worthwhile fantasizing about. What else? Was she wearing a bikini, thong bikini? What else was going on? Sipping San Miguel and maybe smoking a little doobie or something. How about adding that one in there? Okay. You know, the illegal factor or something like that. You want to throw that in for good measure. I don't know, folks. I guess I read about this kind of shit, and people they're incarcerated for a while, especially when they're cut off from the rest of the world, other than the guards, and their girlfriend occasionally coming over to supply them with hard-earned food from their own money. When a guy's got a stack of money in his bank account from his Social Security that he's telling everybody that he doesn't have. Now this was a funny one here, and I have to maybe thank him for that one because I needed a little bit of humor this morning. It's nice to wake up to a little bit of humor. That was a good one, though. That was a good one. I gotta share this one. Good morning. Hey, I got a good one for you this morning with some humor. Barry does a short. He's losing his mind. I know somebody. I got a good one. I got news for you folks. I know some people that actually passed by Frank's house, and he's a liar. He drinks because this good friend of mine, Filipino family, said he saw Frank drinking a San Miguel Light. Well, not just a San Miguel, but they actually could see the bottle was a San Miguel Light. And Gilda had a drink in her hand, looked like a glass of wine, in the backyard. Now, of course, you can't see the backyard from the front. Okay. What were you drinking anyway, Gilda? Was that it was the passion fruit you made for me yesterday. I don't know, the guy lost his fucking monkey-ass mind. I'm thinking that's all he's got. He ran out of ammunition because I'm not doing a lot of shows on here. Yeah.
Just talk about that. They have a story again.
Yeah, another story again, I know. I guess that's what happens. Boy, if he wants story, get me in that detention center with him. We'll create some stories together. Could that happen? Who the fuck knows? I'll tell you what, if it did, there'd be a lot of storytelling going on in there.
They thought that one because after you hear and then you talk about him.
What is that?
Yeah.
Talk about.
They talk about that lie, and then after that one, you talk about that one also lie.
Oh yeah, well the idea, well you're correct.
To make it
Right, because he needs something to talk about. So he figures, hey, I got big news. If that's big news, boy, you really are bored. Yeah, well, you see, the thing is, I've been quiet on here. I've been quiet on here. I've been quiet. So he figures, let me bring him out. I know the way to get Frank out.
Maybe they just San Miguel beer there. One case from the neighbor they put there when they bring here with the
Oh, yeah, hold on. We have to
yeah.
correct him, though. We have a case,
From
like a milk carton
that's just returned when
from my
his
neighbor here.
birthday.
Yeah,
So
who
they come
drinks.
here, they bring some drinks, they drink.
Yeah, whenever there's a birthday party, he'll bring the
So
bottle
that's
here.
why they got the bottle here.
No, but he's always talking. He's like, we drink that we're drinking.
No, we are not drinking. Just
The only thing we have a resemblance of any beer here is empty bottles, and actually they're Red Bull or something here, whatever they are. And it's actually from my neighbor. When we had an event here, he'd bring over his own beer, and we were kind of stacking this stuff up for him to, I don't know if he wants to recycle it or whatever.
No, they use that one.
They use it for what?
Yeah, if they want to buy another beer, so use the bottle. So that's
How
why.
could he be that desperate? He's.
No, expensive the bottle. So if you want some store, they don't
What do
want.
they give you for recycling
It's
bottles?
not recycling.
A peso?
No,
What do you get, a peso per
it's not our
bottle?
bottle. So that's
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But hey, how was that drink after all, huh? Yeah. And they could see through the house from the road. That's another one too, Gilda. Yeah, he could. Yeah, his friends could see through the house from this road to the back of the house. That's all right. I needed to start the day with a little bit of a chuckle. Anyway, how the hell you all doing anyway? You know what I'm doing? I'm going out to have a smoke. Mmm. Mmm. Sounds good, doesn't it there? Except they're not mighty whites. No, they're not mighty whites. Mmm. You know, we're on the trail. We were talking about the cessation crap. Setting a date and everything. The whole ball of wax. Calling me Dr. Nicotine. Oh, it's called plagiarism. That's John's. You gotta give John the credit for that. Don't take that away from John. Did I hear the lighter going off? Mmm. 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 That's mighty good. Mighty good. As Andy of Mayberry said. Mighty fine. Mighty fine. Finer than Aunt Bee's huckleberry pie. You see, I'm in a good mood this morning. What a fine day. What a fine day it is. A fine morning. Right, G. Boone? It's a fine morning, isn't it? Fine day. Okay. Yeah, I thought I'd give a little bit of something to talk about again. I know he misses when I'm not on here. And I'm certainly not on any regularity at all, as everybody knows on here. That works out pretty good for me. But when your mind mind is a terrible thing to waste. It's a horrible thing to waste. I must say. But all the trials and tribulations he's gone through, and I do mean trials, and lots of tribulations, kind of like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And you never know when you're going to lose your monkey-ass mind. Know what I'm saying? I got to stop saying that. I joke around with Gina. Oop, I slipped. And, I'll say something like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody stop me. Oh, that's from the Mask movie, isn't it? My brain does retain stuff. It really does. Mine does anyway. Can't speak for everybody else. Know what I'm saying? Oh, jeez. Sometimes you think you heard it all, but then you didn't. Sometimes you think you heard it all. But then you get surprised. Surprise, surprise, surprise. What's the next one, man? What's the next one? Shabu Factory. What's the next one? Yeah. Got the Doobie Brothers over here. We're smoking some doobies. Is that the next one? Because his friends, he don't have any family he knows. Decided to come by here to Ponderosa and go check up on me to see if we were doing anything illicit. As I take a drag. Oh, yeah. Feel that nicotine going through my system. Oh, Dr. Nicotine here, huh? But mighty whites are sounding mighty fine at this point, ain't it? Mighty fine. What do you think, G. Boone? You think those mighty whites are sounding kind of fine and dandy at this moment. Mmm, 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 mmm. I should send the boy a pack of mighty whites. Like old times. Oh, yeah. Can you feel it now? Taking that first drag. Oh, that satisfying drag. But it's going to make you a little bit dizzy at first. Because if you really haven't smoked in a while, which I don't believe, really. I don't believe anything he says. But that first drag. Oh, as it hits your bloodstream. You get a fucking high. Your head feels dizzy. But then that mighty fine effect of that nicotine afterwards. Man, you're feeling mighty fine after that. Mighty fine. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. All right. Roosters are crowing away. We went frog. Oh, yeah. There's one. That's very. And we're going to show you how we do it. This is how we do it. Boone is laughing. I'm laughing this morning. I'm laughing this morning. And we might just do that. You know, I don't want to be a continuation of doing all these shows and shit, but, you know, I might do that. And I want to show you how we get these critters. Oh, and old Gilda. She's a mighty fine hunter, she is. Tell you, she could get 20 in one night. Mm-hmm. You go, girl. She'd get 20 of those, them toads in one night. And we show you how we do it, and there's a certain safety. Now, I don't know if you guys understand about cane toads. They are very poisonous creatures, and they're all over here in the Philippines, and I had them in Hawaii. And we have to do a little bit of toad control. You know, it's like eliminating these pests. You know, you could incarcerate them if you want. But what we do is we're very humane people. We don't kill these toads. Although I've killed a few toads in my life, you know, and felt bad afterwards because they were screaming. Oh gosh. Creates nightmares. We just relocate them. They might wind up hopping back. I don't know. Maybe that's what's happening. But we have it's not a big property as far as the land around here, but we have our share in cane toads around here. Well, that we do. And she's a good hunter. She's a good hunter. And we've got a litter stick. Oh, let me show you. I can show you that. Okay, we can't do any frog hunting with daylight. But I bought this from the Acme everything. Acme here. For getting critters. You can grab fucking idiots by their nose with this. That's right, it's a litter stick. What we do, we see these critters come out at night, but we're going to show you it in action. Probably do it tonight out with a flashlight. How would you like that? That would be exciting, wouldn't it? And you don't want to touch these guys because they have some of that toxin could be on their skin. Okay, and you really don't want to touch them. And let me tell you something. They have these glands on either side of their neck. And you'll know they're cane toads because of that. That's a very important marker. And we have this stick right here. Ordered that from Lasada. Oh, yeah. It's good for, it's made for litter. That's what it's really made from. See. So what we do, generally, we'll have a garbage can with a lid on it. Black in color, if you need to know all the details. and we'll get these suckers, and they come out at night because they want to get the bugs. So what we do is, you see right here, we'll find them, we'll grab them, and we'll put them in a. We'll put these pests in the garbage can. No, no, we don't kill them. No, although I have in the past, but I felt bad. Because you see, I like animals. I mean, I don't throw rocks at dogs and threaten to throw hot water on them like this goober. I do have compassion, proven compassion, at least on my part, I could say. So we grab these babies. Yeah. Oh, that's for damn sure. That's why we get rid of them, G-Boon. There's some natives in Congo, fucking about these Amazon, all this shit. They got cane toads. They come from South America, actually. That's where they originated from. But they managed to float themselves in on the ocean. They made it here and they made it there. They might have hitched a ride on a boat or something. You know, that's how it happens. And they're everywhere. And I can't tell you how many we got rid of. You know, we'll put them in a. We'll walk down the block here to a forested area and just let them loose. Let them live. Let them live. They lay a lot of eggs, and there's a lot of babies that we find around here too. And one of them that I did kill, did damage once, but in fact, it was just recent. I didn't mean to do it, but and I went, bam! And guess what? That don't kill the frog. They got this skin armored. Really do that to a frog or toad, you're not going to kill them. You'd have to do it repeatedly. And then they also scream too. Who wants to listen to that? I don't like that. I mean, in their own sense, they deserve to live. They didn't ask to be a toad. And neither did some people ask to be a toad. But they were just. Yeah. We have a lot of here in South Florida. I bet you do. I know a couple of dogs. Yeah, they could die within less than a half an hour. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. And the stuff is so powerful that these natives, these tribes and stuff, they take one of these frogs and they take that venom, they put it on the end of their arrow, and you could take down big game. Not kidding. You could take down big game with that venom. Big game, and they'll get paralyzed initially, brings them down. Of course, smaller animals right away, they're gonna die pretty quick. Probably not very pleasant, but we may actually do that tonight. You're gonna see my sweetie in action. When she goes after something, she goes after it, my friends. And she's a great hunter. She's a great hunter and a great person. Oh, indeed, indeed. Okay, I gotta make my tea. I'll microwave one out, so here we go. Yeah, we got one of these too, bro. Yeah, we definitely do. So, you gotta try to humanely treat another creature. Cockroaches, that's different. Squash the motherfuckers. I don't have any compassion for cockroaches. At this point, even for ants. But other than that, I mean, I'll be compassionate to a toad. Yeah, I will. You gotta be compassionate to something in your life. Goes in your resume. So when you go to heaven or hell or whatever it is, they're gonna judge you. Boy, some people's asses out there, monkey asses, are gonna be judged one day by a real judge or by Satan himself. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're all over Florida. When I lived in Hawaii, we had them all over the place. Yeah. They're hard to control because when they give birth. And during a dry season, you could always find them. And I'll tell you how you find them. Look at the flower pots. And you usually see them laying on top of any kind of a moist soil, under near rocks where it might have retained some moisture. They swim, they're amphibians, If they had a pond of water, they'd be in there, underwater, swimming in it. But when they don't, they're inland, somewhat inland like here. There's no fresh bodies of water here. I don't think they can survive in salt water, but they're definitely fresh water. And they will just take to any moisture at all. That's why you'll see them hanging out near the drain pipes that come down from the roof, where there's any moisture in there. They might even go inside the opening of the drain pipe, which might be moist at night, or during the day to hide, to get out of the harsh sun and find any level of moisture that they possibly could find. Yeah, become very familiar with these creatures. At any time at all, we can get at least 10 a night. If we really tried. But yeah, don't, for any animal lovers out there, if you have cats or dogs, especially dogs, and supervise them at nighttime if you want to let them to go out to go pee and poop and all that stuff. Just kind of guide them, because some dogs but these dogs don't want to touch them. I think they're afraid of them, really, because they see us, what we do, and they figure, oh, danger. I don't know. These things are not maybe good to go near. Thank goodness for that. But some of these dogs get a little vivacious. They want to bring something home. Hey, look what I got, and they got the damn frog in their mouth. Too late. Because whenever a cane toad gets frightened or upset, they will exude this white, creamy liquid, and you'll see it come out of the glands. Yeah. And some idiots, I've seen videos because I studied up on these things. The guy's supposed to be an expert. He's holding 2 frogs in his hand. You see this stuff oozing out of his paranoidal whatever glands? This stuff here will do, and he's got it in his hand, but he doesn't also realize that there's remnants of this poison on the skin of the frog. You're not supposed to touch these frogs with your hand. Hey, speaking of merciful, yeah, I'm merciful to the toads, but I'm not merciful to be merciful to certain people. Do tell you that. Yeah, no mercy at all. No mercy at all. When it's due, my friends, when it's due, you decide to show mercy to somebody if they deserve it, and if they don't deserve it, to hell you go, mofo. That's my saying. But yeah, I might do that tonight. We're going to see how we search with the flashlight, and we know exactly where they hide or where they come out when the lights are on. When the light turns down. Can I do any, what's his name? Black dude with the deep voice. I forgot his name. I could try to do that for you. Nah. Yeah, I'm fine. I live my life day by day. If I got some kind of, adversity, anything that's going on, I handle it, no matter how small or big it is. Because that's what you have to do. It's called survival. It's built in. Just like these toads, they survive by oozing that poison, so that poison gets to the mouth of whatever animal's going to have it in its mouth. See, cane toads don't have any natural enemies. You wonder why. Yeah, they don't have any natural enemies. God, I was watching something on kind of a UFO documentary there, and all the cow things throughout the world, actually, especially in America. Well, these cows were surgically taken apart. There was no blood, no blood, no blood. And their genitals were taken off, their lips were taken off, their tongue was taken out. All documented cases. life other than life on Earth, perhaps, and I do believe in that. They were studying these creatures, and they were cows and bulls. Yeah, imagine that. Well, you have to listen to the beginning of my show, and I'm going to repeat why I did a show. If you want a better laugh, you didn't tune in. The boy who lost his monkey-ass mind came up with a new one. You want to hear it, Merciful? Did you hear it, what his new one was? Let me ask you, so I don't have to repeat myself. Did you hear what his new one was? Jerry, you always coming in late when I decide to actually do a show on here. The newest one, I'll repeat it again. Mr. Shortcomings there came up with a short video late, early in the morning, whatever it was. And he had some friends, Filipino family, that decided to vacation in Santa Fe. And they just so happened to come by my house. And they saw me with a bottle, or was it a can? No, it was a bottle of San Miguel Light. Not just San Miguel, with great eyesight they must have, especially where we actually supposed to be. But that I was drinking a bottle of San Miguel, that I'm a liar. That I drink. And not only that, but my lovely, beautiful, gorgeous partner, wonderful person in the world, my rock, had a glass in her hand and probably some wine. And we were in back of the house. And as I told my viewers, we don't drink. And from the roadside, you can't see the back of the house. I know, isn't it? What's up? I know. Well, he's a storyteller, all right. Maybe you should turn that into cash. That guy lies so much, he'd make a great fiction writer. Maybe he has some talent after all. Oh, he's got talents, all right, but not the kind that sets you free. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you sound like Popeye. Oh, after he laughs. You ever notice Popeye does that? After he has a oh. I don't know, maybe his hemorrhoids bothering him and he just sat up and he got a little relief or something. Oh, hi, Popeye, by the way. You're probably simulcasting this. Come on, everybody say hello to Popeye. Everybody. He's got to be recording this. Hello, Robert. You got bingo today? What do you got going today? What's exciting and new over there in Florida? Yeah. Oh, merciful. His fanboys and your haters believe any rumor and run with it. It's all they have. Kind of pathetic. Not kind of pathetic. It is pathetic. Bottom line is there, jail bro, we don't drink. I know that's hard for you to believe because you've been drinking all your life and smoking, but we don't drink. Period. We don't drink. We don't carry beer. We don't even carry wine. Which I would have nothing against, having a glass of wine with dinner now and then. It's actually healthy. But we don't even do that. Merciful says Popeye knows he doesn't have much time left. That's why he doesn't fix all his missing teeth. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen a current picture of him. And whether the guy even has teeth in his mouth. When the lights, I go down. That's when you're in a fucking jail cell, but you can't go to the bars and harass other women and beg for money and tell tall tales and get bottles busted over your head by some pissed off husband or boyfriend of some girl that you try to hassle, you know. Let's not forget the knife. Let's not forget the knife. I never did anything wrong. He never does anything wrong. Even carrying a knife in the Philippines is not legal. I don't even think you could even carry a Swiss fucking knife. And especially concealed. And especially concealed. That's a crime in itself. That's a crime in itself. That's exactly what it is. The fact that he mute him. The fact that he muted, and people said they read his mouth, and basically he was telling her, he was intimidating her. That's everybody's opinion, not just mine. That's everybody's opinion. Yeah, hold on, tea time. Oh, there we go. Let's just start it off. I didn't even add the ingredients. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, okay. You notice why I put that seed in there? Ants. You got to create a moat. Ingenuity. Ingenious. When the lights go down. Ooh, God-given honey. Ooh, look at that. Oh my God. That gives me a heart-on just for that. You gotta add a dash of pepper. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because turmeric, which I'm adding now, gets synergized by the black pepper. So here comes the turmeric, which is an natural anti-inflammatory. Oh yeah. And we're going to spoon this up, baby. Yes, we are. We're going to spoon this up. Spooning! Now let's stir this puppy up. I have to put the phone down. It's hot. I can drink this probably another 20 minutes, really. Stir that puppy around. Oh, yeah. Bummer, I just had a smoke. That nicotine when it hit my system. About those mighty whites, those 3-foot-long mighty whites. Let's see, pop, I know. The picture I saw was from a few years ago, and he looked rough. Oh, Popeye. Yeah. The video looked bad. Frisbee made national news. Oh, yeah, he did. Got a copy of that. He certainly did. His girlfriend still believes he's just this wonderful guy. I wonder what she thinks is a bad guy. I don't know. I don't care, really. I don't give a shit. Oh, yeah, I'm a teetotaler. That's the strongest fucking drink I'm going to have. Let's see. What's up says that's the stream where he pulls the knife, right? Tells you everything about him. The way he talked to those women in the bar was horrible. I know, I've seen all the videos. I know his whole, dossier, resume, portfolio. Yeah, you're talking to somebody who's quite familiar. I'm an authority on him by now. Obviously so. Did you know that the detention center has... Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe he'll get lucky and, maybe one day I'll be in there with him. Who knows? I don't know what's in store, but that would be a pip, wouldn't it? Oh, I would enjoy being there, but, I'd make the best of it. And the poor fellow would be terrorized just by having me anywhere near him. I can guarantee you that. Guarantee. my presence around him in there, he'd be voluntarily putting a lock on his fucking jail cell and closing the curtains. Hey, guard, he's using the phone. You know, the warden hates him. The guards, they can't wait till he gets out of that place. They don't care how he gets out of that place. They just want him out of there. Almost 19 months. On the 27th of this month, it'll be 19 months they've had to deal with this goober. Oh, God. Can you imagine? Let's see. Merciful says he did live a few days talking about how he likes the look of his dick against his fiance's brown skin. Classy guy. God, I know. You know, we don't want to know these personal details, especially of him. Seriously. I think that one of the funniest things is when, it wasn't funny for his ex-girlfriend, when he was talking about what he did orally with her anus. And he talks about it like, you know, he's going to win an award for his sexual prowess or something, you know. I don't want to know. I don't even want to visualize that. That's deviancy as far as I'm concerned. Shit, my mouth and tongue ain't going to touch any chick's fucking anus. I'll guarantee you that. And my dick ain't going to go there either. That's another thing. Damn, gonococcal bacteria. You name it, it's there. Who would do that anyway? That's deviant. That's deviant. I'm sorry. Maybe you just think I'm not a creative person sexually, but... You know, no, there's places that you just don't go. You know what I'm saying? There's places that you just don't go. That's it, an animal. He's an animal. What's up says, and Merciful says, that's it, an animal. An animule. He's an animule. Why am I in a good mood this morning? Because he gave me a laugh. He gave me a good laugh. That's the best he can do is say that he knew people. Knew people. And actually had friends that decided to come all the way here to investigate me. And what they saw, it was horrific. Boy, do I got news for you this morning, he says. Really? That's big news. Oh, when I found out, the Frank's a liar. He's a liar. He says he don't drink, but I had some people. He has people now. He has people. I've got people. He ain't got nobody. People, my people, his people. His people decided to come back to Santa Fe around here to go investigate my Ponderosa. And what they saw was horrific. It was worthwhile doing a show, making big news about it. I got something to tell you guys. He's a liar when he says he don't drink. He's a liar. He's a liar. Pot calling the kettle black or something here, you know. He's a liar. Not a liar, but a liar. A liar. He's a liar. Frank was drinking a San Miguel Light. Boy, they must have some good eyesight to know it was a San Miguel Light, first of all. And his girlfriend had a glass in her hand, drinking a glass of what looks like wine. Fine wine for a fine filly. Really? So you could see through the house. Because see my backyard. He says it was in the backyard. My backyard is the other side of the house. How are you going to see that? How are you going to see that? But when you're losing your monkey ass mind, You got to come up with something, because I haven't been doing, as you guys notice, I haven't exactly been regular on YouTube, have I? No, I haven't. I got a wild hair up my ass or something. I come on, I do a show. That's about it. It's about as far as it goes. You all know that. You all know that. I'm not like a big part of the core community anymore. Know what I'm saying? Mr. Merciful. Oh, December 12th, I believe. Dex Court. Yes, it is. It most certainly is. December 12th. Announcement. No news. No new news. And I think I get to testify. Yeah, that's where I put my testicles in action here. I'm going to testify. That's right. And nullify all the bullshit with him. The guy still says I ain't got no dang evidence. He was in the courtroom and watching it on the screen. He ain't got no evidence. He's a liar. A liar. Liar. Yeah, I'm a liar. That wasn't real. That was AI. That was AI. CGI, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Yeah, it was a lie. In living color on screen, his big old bald-headed face, on screen, in the cinema of the court. Mr. Merciful says, are you able to show the handful of very recent videos where Obama says he will never give up harassing you? Very damning. Oh, we've got it. Come on, dude. You know I got it. Oh, I will introduce it. Oh, you better believe I will. Are you kidding me? Obama actually claimed the video evidence. No, he says it never happened. It ain't real. Told you, man, being incarcerated that long plays havoc with your mind. It's not real. Like Clinton said, I never inhaled, and I never touched that woman either. And that's what Clinton said. But the sperm stains on her dress says something different. Now that's evidence, my friends. That's bona fide evidence. Know what I mean? Yeah, he'll even claim the evidence wasn't real. And what does the judge say where he claims it's fake? The judge ain't thinking it's fake. Because here's the thing, you can't introduce evidence which is approved by the prosecutor to present as evidence if the prosecutor wasn't and they're pretty strict with this kind of shit. That's why everybody and their mothers just can't put a report on somebody. Unless he deemed it to be bona fide evidence. And it was presented finally. God, I was waiting for that day to come. And it came. And what was going through his mind at that time is, oh shit, I'm fucked. That's what is going through his mind. Yeah. Oh, I did turn my head once. He's always in the back where he always is. He didn't look too happy on that. But not only did I turn my head on him, but, we had people, of course, in the courtroom that were awaiting being a witness or on trial or whatever it was, And when they saw him on video and what he was saying, of course, he turned the story around, of course. We'll get to that. They went to look at him in disgust, thinking, what kind of a fucking creep is this guy, besides what we're looking at on screen? And his language, and fuck you, and all that other shit. And you're a pedophile, you're a child molester, right on screen. Right on screen. What could be better than that? What could be better than that? No, I wish I had a picture of his face, but I wish I had a picture of the reaction. Especially this lady that was sitting 2 chairs from where I was actually sitting. Gilda was sitting on the bench on the side because she was going to be witness, so she sat over there. She normally sits next to me, but she was going to be witness. So I had a chair next to me that was empty, but one chair down the line was this one lady. And when he came on camera, you know, I seen her like shaking her head, like, oh, that is disgusting. What kind of a person is he? That was that kind of shaken head kind of experience, which, you know, was right in line with the video being played. Mr. Merciful says that the regular Filipinos, his actions and language used is shocking. To regular Filipinos, yes, it is. You don't, yeah, Filipinos are very reactive because they don't talk like that on the street. Look, I've been living here long enough, I can make that statement, okay? And I happen to, you know, be living with a Filipino, Filipina. No, they're not like that. They don't exhibit that kind of behavior. I mean, if they're drunk, maybe, I don't know, but you're not going to generally see them shouting at somebody in general or, you know, using those kind of words. So to them, when they hear that, they say, that is really low class. That is really, it's just not right. It's just not right. Yeah. True what you're saying there, Merciful. Yeah, that does apply. Certainly does. Too hot. Too hot to try. Oh. I got used to that sound with my parents growing up. First thing I smell in the morning was the scent of coffee brewing, and then the scent of fucking tobacco, because they always have cigarettes with their coffee. I had no control on that matter. Coffee and cigarette smoke. Ugh, what a way to wake up. As a kid growing up, always be that cup of coffee. Gonna have a cup of coffee. Oh. In my case, tea. Yeah, he was, then he made a statement, you know, when he came home and after, you know, the video was presented. He goes, where the fuck did he download those videos, he said. He doesn't have the expertise. He don't know how to download. He ain't technical. He don't know how to do shit. Well, I don't know. The videos say different. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? The videos sound different. You know, they prove. Right then and there. Can you deny that? Come on, let's hear it again on your show. I never called him the P word. And it was just on, whose show? Yeah, I got in on Popeye's show at the time, and Alan was on there last week. And, you know, even Popeye caught him in a lie. He said, do I have to embarrass you, he says to Bummer. Do I have to embarrass you and play the video where you were calling him a pedophile and a child molester? Do I have to do that? Should I embarrass you? He goes, I don't care. I didn't call him anything. I never did nothing. That's why he's in a cell for almost 19 months. He never did anything. And besides, it's administrative. That don't mean anything. It's administrative. Still jail. It's still jail. It's still jail. Okay, let's prove it. Can he leave that jail cell and walk the streets and go to a bar, pick up ladies, drink, get rowdy, and no. Can he go outside and walk down to their sorry store and get a pack of Mighty Whites or something? No, he can't. Then you're in fucking jail, moron. You're in fucking jail. Face it, the reality. You're in jail. And you could call it administrative, call it minestrone soup, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're not free, mofo. You're not free. He called you a chomo, yeah, and a groomery. Yeah, it's all recorded. Don't worry about it. We're up on it. I got my finger on the pulse of this guy. All that will eventually be used one way or another. You know, I'll introduce it one way or the other, whether we have to file a motion to do it, whatever, don't worry about it. I want the judge to get the full Monty on this guy, get a full Monty on him to know what this guy is all about. So this way, when the guy pronounces sentence on the goober, it's going to be an appropriate sentence. We want it to be appropriate now. It has to be appropriate. God, I see the dog hair on the floor, the light on the floor, the dog hair. I don't want to get allergies, you know. When the lights go down. What happens when the lights go down, Gina? Whole lot of loving going on. Anyway. Oh well. What are you doing?
Trying to mix someone.
Okay. Oh, let's see. What do I got to do this morning here? Anyway, getting over all this. Looks like all my kidney stuff is out of the way. Feeling fine, like some fine wine. Know what I'm saying, Merciful? Know what I'm saying, what's up? And whoever. Yeah, you call me a damn chomo and a groomer. Ooh, them's fighting words, man. Them's fighting words in dem dar hills. Them is fighting words. Ooh. Oh, call me a chomo too, yeah. Yeah, he wants mercy, huh? Yeah, I'll give him mercy, all right. Like I said, man, compromise is just not on it. It's just not on the picture anymore. There ain't no compromise. Whatever happens with his old lady, man, it happens. I'll deal with it, you know, if that's the case. That's because I do deal with stuff. I face my adversities head on. That's what I do. I don't run away from the adversities presented to me by this goober or his girlfriend. No, sir. I face it straight on and straight up. Because that's how you do things. Right, Robert? Robert knows what I'm talking about. By the way, is he doing a simulcast? I don't have my other phone. He's got to be. He's overdue for a simulcast. He missed a couple of my shows. He didn't simulcast it. Must have been out on his mobility scooter or something. Thank good for technology, huh? Got to make it to those bingo games. Let's see. Stefan. That word is so ambiguous, you know. I don't know where it came up with Stefan. It's supposed to be the same as Steven, right? But they call you Stefan. When I went to college, we had a guy named Stefan. And I guess it's more of a not Netherlands, but an adaptation to the word, to the name Stephen, really. Stefan. Anyway. Okay, he says, I like when he says, she'll drop the case, but he has to be back home on grounds in Alabama before she does. What a moron. Oz 9 says morning. Yeah, we believe that. You know, there were possibilities at a time. But, you know, when somebody doesn't know when to stop, you know, I keep on hearing him say, somebody don't know when to shut their mouth. He just can't shut his mouth. Duh. Hello? Anybody home? I remember when he said, look in my eyes. You'll see that nobody's home. That was a great one, too. I could have said it better myself. Could have said it better. Running his mouth is what got his ass in trouble. Running his mouth. He's going to get a slap on her. Fine, he's going to be on his way home to Miami. He's going to buy his expensive truck. Whoa. He's going to buy this. Who's beeping their fucking horn? You want to beep it some more? The guy on the motorcycle lives across the field. Something wrong with his horn? They can hear you. You're right in front of the house. I don't know what that's all about. Still beeping his fucking motorcycle horn. I think they hear you. You're in front of your house. I don't know, maybe electrical circuit, like when a brain goes off whack. Maybe his horn went off whack. Well, yeah, we're Lars. We're Lars. What's that now? If there comes a point in time when you two are in negotiations, you might consider putting a few dollars in an escrow account. Your attorney can draw up papers to show that she can never bring any charges whatsoever against you. And never, ever, no matter what kind. We do what we have to do. My first sip of my cup of tea in the morning. That's mighty fine. Like mighty whites. I heard him saying, I think I'm going to go back to smoking. Well, who says he's not? Who says he's not? You going to believe what that guy says? I don't believe anything. Neither does anybody else. I'll tell you one thing for sure. He lost a lot of supporters. Monetarily and otherwise. Because you see, when you donate to this guy, you expect a little appreciation from your donation, right? And they're helping because they're hoping that, you're going to shut your mouth, you're going to find a way to get yourself out of this. We're trying to help you. That's why we're giving you donations. But then when you utilize the money for something else, sure, that pisses people off. And then he starts, as he says, running his mouth, which is all he does, it pisses people off. Because maybe there were some people that were very genuine about wanting to help him out. For lawyers' fees, things like that. And what does he do? He doesn't stop doing the same thing that got him into the trouble in the first place. And how many times have you heard me make that statement? More than I could remember or count. Sometimes there's people that just don't get it. You know what I mean? When they just don't get it. You know what I say to that? I say, keep on keeping on, keep on trucking, keep on coming on. Call me a chomo and a child predator and little dick and erectile dysfunction, all that great stuff that puts you in the wonderful position that you're in now. Does my heart really good. Did you like him when you first? No, I didn't. Or had a bad feeling right away. Yeah. What started it off is that this motherfucker was just throwing his cigarettes indiscriminately anywhere. I could have provided him an ashtray or a coffee can or something. Again, he was doing the same thing he did over at Fergie's place, whatever her name is. He'd be throwing his cigarette butts around and she'd have to clean it up. Then he'd do his projectile mucus blasting right under that covered area. She'd have to clean up all that fucking mucus. That's disgusting. And that's what you call low class, and by his own demonstration. No, he had no class. I mean, he had no scruples, no morals. And he would try to justify everything he did that was wrong to justify that he had the right to say it or that there was nothing wrong with what he said, and all this crap about him pushing this freedom of speech crap. Freedom of speech, freedom of speech. Well, where did that get you so far, your freedom of speech? I'm an American. I can say whatever I want. No, you can't. Obviously not. Obviously not, right? Know what I'm saying? I know what you were saying, and that's what got you in trouble. Didn't have to be that way. I think everybody agrees with me. Didn't have to be that way. Nope. But when someone becomes very persistent and consistent of calling me something that you just don't call anybody. You don't even call a person who's actually done that stuff that name without yourself getting killed or something. You don't do that. But he doesn't have the brain to figure it out. Well, he's found out it wasn't a great idea after all, was it? No, I feel people out real well, The first 5 fucking minutes doesn't take long. I'm pretty good at that. Actually, I'm excellent at that. First 5 minutes, I could figure somebody out, whether they're a liar, bullshit artist, or whether we could actually mesh as a friend or something, And I wasn't looking for friendship with anybody anyway. Keep himself trying to be friends with him. No. He just wanted to further his channel. He talks about all this crap that I was jealous of him because someone gave him a $100 donation. I didn't give a shit. There's no money out of my pocket. I didn't give a shit who was giving him money. Let's correct that once and for all. That's his excuse. I was trying to be friends with him. No, you weren't. Okay, Stefan or Steve. He says it started when you got mad at him when he did not block people who were donating to us. That's a crock of shit. That's an absolute crock of shit. Bona fide crock of shit. But then again, is he going to tell the truth on any fucking level at all? Well, you already know that answer. He tries to find some justifications for just about everything he does. But doesn't work. It's like the boy who cried wolf, the story of that. After a while, nobody's going to believe a goddamn thing you say. That's just the way it works. And he's actually reached this level a long, long time ago, actually. This is nothing new. Sorry, I'm actually sweeping the floor as I'm talking to you here. Oh, this lovely dog fur, which is very critical for my allergy. Watch out, Ginger. Let me clean. Go inside, go. All over my floor, the hallway. It's just lovely. God, I hate this. But I happen to love my dogs, so, I'll deal with it. Nature tells them to shed, so you don't leave the shit in your house. You clean it up. That's what you do. You clean things up. That's what you do. It means you deal with things. So I'm dealing with the shedding that these dogs do. Very natural process. It doesn't do great for my allergies, but oh well. Gotta make some sacrifices sometimes. But it is called dealing with something. And I do deal with things directly. Because that's what you gotta do. Deal with it. Don't run away from it like, for example, when you're caught with your pants down, and I don't mean mooning Ricky or mooning Gary. When you're caught with your pants down, truth is already out there. It's out there. It's out there for all to see. For everyone to see. Everyone's seen every one of his goddamn videos on there where he was just trashing me. And he never talks about my girlfriend or makes any reference, though. But he likes making those whinny sounds from a horse, doesn't he? Okay. And he likes pushing the fact that she does have 8 children in her life. So what about it? What about it? Is that uncommon for Filipinos? Hell no. But he has to mention her 8 children. And no, they don't live here, and I'm not supporting her 8 children. I got 2 that actually live here, that we're raising, that his girlfriend is trying to destroy this bond that we have with my family. Oh yeah, that's the great get-even scam that's going on here. Frank called her this, Frank called her that, was utter bullshit. 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 But let's get even. Honey, we gotta do something. Okay, let's take that donation that so-and-so gave me, and let's hire my lawyer who's representing me. Give him a couple of bucks, he'll be happy, and let's get a fucking complaint against him. And we're gonna fuck him up. My grandma had 20 kids, so is there like this rule that you can't have a bunch of children? I just saw on Facebook feed that Gilda shared with me. This woman is laying in this hospital bed, and I swear to you, there was about 10 babies there. I don't know if she took fertility pills. They were all surrounding her and all crying. Boy, I'd be going out of my dang mind. Must have took fertility pills. That normally does not happen that way. How do you contain like over 10 kids and pop them out like bowling balls? I mean, how do you, I don't even imagine. So what's wrong with her having 8 kids? Something wrong with that? Is there something wrong with that? I want to know if there's something wrong with that. Are you paying for these kids? Did you raise these kids? Then shut the fuck up. She did a wonderful job. They're all very well-adjusted children going to college. One for law. One for engineering. One is a certified public accountant. I think she did a damn good job. Or he can roll the dice and spend years in prison, guaranteed prison time. So what about, I want to get on this again. What about how many kids she has? What's the relevance of that? And yes, they all are from one father. Thank you very much. Fucking moron. What a... I gotta blow my nose. You're gonna hear it this time. Leghorn foghorn. Oh, that's not my best. You gotta hear me when I blow my nose sometimes. My grandmother, I take after her because when she blew her nose, you knew about it. It's a foghorn. Speaking of, sweeping up some dog fur, there you go. My nose gets clogged, it gets running. It's called an allergy. And having 8 kids is called giving birth. It's life. It's giving life. Sure, the population of this earth doesn't need that many people. I would agree with you wholeheartedly. But you can't hold it against a person if she decides to have more than one child in her life. Is that a crime, too? Is that a crime? Maz 9 says on second thought, he shouldn't even be considered in any negotiations with his girlfriend. Just between you and, yeah, well, Well, they're going to see through this. I think they already have, but we'll see. I'm not going to talk about anything that hasn't happened yet. But like I said, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. Like I deal with anything else in life. You don't expect a fucking kidney stone just to put you in pain where you wish you'd had a gun to your head and want to die from the pain, but it happened. Right? So what do you do about it? You deal with it. You go to the dang hospital, give me some fucking morphine, fentanyl, whatever the fuck you got. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. So you do something about it. Get yourself out of pain. Right? Logical? Some people love children. That's beautiful. So what she does have 8 children. He makes an issue out of it, like it's something bad. You got to support all these kids. No, I don't. I support 2 kids. Count. You remember how to count? 1, 2, 2. 2 mints in 1. Double the fun. That's who I support. As I said, she has a decent family structure. Her children, they're not abusive. They didn't have parents that beat the shit out of them or nothing like that, you know. Okay? Good mother. Good mother. The kids all turned out to be quite smart. They're intelligent. They're not running amok. They're not into drugs. Some of them are in college. Some of them got careers. That's a functional family. Functional. Marshall says he abandoned his kids. He has no business commenting on anyone's children. You got that right, bro. Brah. You got that right. He has no right. He never supported Cheyenne, did he? That's his daughter. He never supported Cheyenne. Talking about the love of his life is his boy. It's not even his son's life. Don't even talk to him. The kid don't even want to talk to him. He owes child support. He thinks that goes away. So he's looking forward to going back to Alabama. To what? To face more charges. It's never ending. Like that movie, The Never Ending Story. It's never ending. There's adversity no matter where he goes, but he creates the adversity. And he wonders why? Why me? Well, duh, son. Think about it. It's because he does run his mouth, or he's not a person who wants to take responsibility in his life. Can you imagine finding out that he is your father? Oh, God. Luke, I'm your father. Darth Vader. I'm your father. Well, he's got a lightning rod, laser thing in his hand, you know. I'm your father. What do? Do you kill him or you love him? You got choices to make, son. Everybody abandoned him. Oh, his family's looking forward to seeing him. No, they're not. No, they're not. He has nobody to go to. He does not have a family to go to. I'll guarantee that. He burned his bridges no matter where he went. And when he wandered from Florida into the nearby states to escape his child support payments and so forth, he was getting in trouble. And he's never had a fucking driver's license. And his record says, and I've seen it, that his violations were criminal, quote, underlined, they were criminal traffic violations. Criminal, key word, criminal. I never done nothing in my life. I'm pure as the driven snow. No, pure as snow that's just been pissed on by a fucking bull moose. When a Frisbee talks about his family, it's all lies. They want nothing, what I just said. Yeah, absolutely. It's called being a chronic liar. But see, when you do something long enough, it becomes part of your grain of who you are. Now, if you say something enough all the time, you're going to believe it too. If you sing a song all the time, you have a favorite song, it might get stuck in your mind. That's happened to me a few times where I couldn't get rid of a song. No matter how I tried, it could have been a commercial. It could have been some song I grew up with or something. And goddamn, I kept on thinking about that song and I said, enough. Get it out of my mind. But it's similar in a way that when you lie enough, you believe your own lies after a while. True, that's true. I'd have to be a psych student to make that statement at all. He lies to his viewers. That's why, his donations are down. His followers are down. There might be a slight connect. I gotta throw something in the washer. We had, I'm gonna show you something. We don't have, we had a peso that got stuck in the tubing of the drain here. And the water is not being allowed to drain. So I had to take this thing apart and get to the source of the problem here. So if you're going to buy one of these washers out here, buy an LG roller jet. And this is what I got right here. The LG roller jet. The LG roller jet. And we've had this thing, I don't know how many years. It's been so dependable. So dependable. Buy an LG. Even an LG TV is good too. LG has proven to be a good brand that you could rely on. So that's my tip. That's my tip of the day. Buy LG. Nothing wrong with LG at all, and this is proof. Because we use this washer like it's going out of style every single day. Every single day. Multiple washes. For like 5 years, at least, somewhere. Takes a licking, but keeps on ticking. Yeah. Sorry about that. I knew that was going to happen. A fully loaded F-150 Raptor, 3 horses in his gun collection. Merciful says, Frisbee claimed to have voted online. You can't do that. Another lie. He makes such a fool of himself all the time. He doesn't realize that people are not laughing with him. They're laughing at him for his absolute ignorance. And let's see, Merciful says, LG is a reliable brand in the Philippines. In the West, there are other compatible options. Never buy Samsung. Well, I found that out. Samsung and one of the air conditioners went on us. We bought another brand new one. Yeah, don't buy Samsung for an air conditioner because they're not using a copper coil in there, condenser coil. I don't know what it is. I still got the air conditioner. I could reuse it. I could put that in my dining room if I want. I gotta go to. Oh gosh, I gotta go and try to find that coil. It's still usable. And they don't use copper in a lot of these things to save money or something. But you got to have a copper coil in there. So when I could find a copper coil, that's why we kept the air conditioner we replaced. And for safekeeping, because we may use this. Yeah. U.S. is a reliable, but yeah. Oh, LG, yeah. No, LG's pretty cool. If I buy another TV here, which I might, it's going to be an LG. I've seen them in the store. My TV just does not have that nice saturated color and sharpness. I don't think I'm getting an HD image on there, first of all. But you go in the store, and you're going to see their television sets, and it's like, oh man, nice. Saturated colors, sharpness, I don't have any DPI. It's just great to look at. But, my TV does the job. But like they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if that breaks down, we'll get another TV. Well, I may just decide to get one anyway and put this TV in our bedroom. Because to tell you the truth, when I watch TV, I like to lay down in bed, comfortable watching TV. Otherwise, I have to go in the living room, and I got a favorite chair I sit in, but it's really not good on my back, as proven lately. And, then the kids, they got their phone on, they're doing this and that, and I can't even hear the movie. And my hearing is bad to begin with. I got to turn the volume up. Yeah. Called being deaf. Being deaf. Is there one utility that you found to be a lot more expensive or less than you thought? Yeah, the electricity. Our average bill lately is 8,500 pesos. Once you decide on the brand, get the biggest one you can afford. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to buy like 100-inch or some shit like that. I don't think there's a need. If you got an earthquake, you better find a way of bracing that, because there goes your money down. They're not cheap. They are not cheap. I will tell you that. They're not cheap. But if something works, don't fix it. My television is adequate, although I'd like to have a better viewing experience, to be honest with you, and have something that has such definition and color saturation than compared to what I actually have. And I'm not satisfied with what I have. No. I wouldn't mind using this in my bedroom or using this as a monitor for the CCTV. Either one or both. I wouldn't mind that. I can see things more clearly on my CCTV monitor. We got a small screen for that, but we can see it from our bed. We can see everything. We got every angle covered around the house here, which is advisable. When the lights go down. What happens when the lights go down? All kinds of shit happens, right? Yeah, the lights go down. It do be a terrible situation. It do be a terrible situation indeed. I have a 65-inch Sony, and sometimes I wish I had an 85. We all want bigger. Bigger is better, right? Nah, we talked about that. We don't want to go back into that. Bigger is not necessarily better. That's just in a porno movie. Bigger is not always better, according to what we're talking about. Know what I'm saying? Bigger is not necessarily better. No, sir. No, sir. Bigger is not always better. If you know what I mean. Talk all you want about the size of your fucking pecker. But the problem is she gonna enjoy it? Or are you gonna rip her apart like a fucking paper shredder? Have a little respect for the girlfriend, Try anyway, Never mind your own self-pleasure. That's the trouble with guys, I'm gonna please myself. And I'm going to smoke cigarettes. If I'm paying the rent in this establishment, I'll smoke whenever I want. I don't care if there's an infant there. Fuck the infant, right? Besides, her parents smoke around the kids, so why shouldn't I? Oh, God. Can you believe this shit, man? You can't make this shit up. Not when everybody's seen and heard. You can't make this shit up. You could, but what has been documented. How could you not respect an infant? How could you not respect an infant? For God's sakes. An infant. Nah, I can't afford to buy no diapers or fucking milk. Girl has to go to her parents' house. Because he couldn't even feed himself. Did you know one of his exes, and this is the truth, if I'm lying, then I am dying. One of his exes from Rambla, whatever that that town, with the crematorium he was renting, the piggery, she had to go to sleep in the baby crib because it was the only mattress. He was sweeping up the floor of all this dust, We can make a nice little coat of paint here and there. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? Seriously? Yeah, seriously. Who would bring a woman into that kind of a situation? Who could do that? Could be so cold and callous. My God, Magnum. Who could do that to a child and girlfriend? But she had a job, you know. She worked at 7-Eleven in another town. You know, I only have the women that have jobs. Somebody's got to support them. My goodness. Yeah, this is for real. This person is real. I mean, he's not real in a sense of real. He doesn't have reality, but what he does is very real and proven and despicable and low class and just vicious and horrible and disrespectful by his own demonstration. Merciful says, remember the one girl who would leave to go home to eat? Bomb only one meal a day, but he smokes 2 packs and drinks a bottle overnight. Well, that is one of the same. One on the list anyway. That was one of the same. He didn't want to buy the infant any diapers, and the girl had to go home to her mom's house in order to eat and get diapers for the baby. Oh my God. What kind of a person is that? That's just a shame. That's just a shame. Well, I'm sure these girls feel grateful that he's no longer in their life. And he had a hold on them. Believe me, he did. I think they were afraid of him. Like the knife-wielding incident, that bartender, she was afraid. Because she was intimidated by that knife of his. She was absolutely intimidated by that. And he knew what he was doing. He wasn't liked in their households. He would have to wait at her gate for her, would never go inside, because they didn't want him inside. God, the stories we could just revisit on here, if I had the time to do it. The stories we can revisit on here define a person in such a bright light of, you know, up real and close of what they're really all about. Some of the things he's done, and I have to say by his own demonstration, I gotta add that in as a legality, by his own demonstration, which simply means that other people have seen it and heard it, so it must be real. It's not creating a false scenario of any type at all, because everybody has seen it multiple times. That's why I say those magical words, by his own demonstration, his character, his behavior, his ignorance, for one. Yeah, no, he wasn't. He wasn't. I don't know, man. I don't know, I think sometimes I've said it all, but there's always more to add, but I'm not saying anything on here at all that hasn't been seen or heard by my viewers or people that follow him on his own channel. Nothing. I'm not saying anything different that isn't a fact, proven in one form or way or another. I wouldn't do that. I don't need to lie because the facts are out there. So we're drinkers. God, he's jealous of everything about me, dude. I didn't have to have a drinking habit. One thing in common, the cigarette thing, and I'm not totally convinced that he's not smoking. He's smoking something. Cockroaches or something, I don't know. He's smoking something in there, man. Because he's still coughing like hell. Man, once the damage is done, it's done. That's why I'm on a little plight here to finally go into cessation with my own habit. I've already set a quit date, but like I said, I'm not going to talk about that because people are just wonderful how they want to exemplify your failure, if any. So I won't say anything at all until a lot of time goes by, and if I happen to do another show during that time, I'll say, guess what, folks, it's been like 6 months, whatever. So, Dr. Nicotine, better find another phrase, term, not even original. Larry Evans came up with the Dr. Nicotine routine. The dude can't even be fucking original. Dr. Nicotine, oh, why your lips have never touched cigarettes, son. He said he was smoking since he was 8 fucking years old. 8 years old. Imagine smoking from you were 8 and you're going to call me Dr. Nicotine? Seriously? That's a joke, son. And I never chain smoked either. Chain smoke is where you're lighting one, next thing you know, you're finished and you're lighting another. Sometimes it even happens, you still got a cigarette going in the ashtray and you're lighting up another one. That's chain smoking, my friends. That's a chain link smoker. That's what he was. Absolutely. And you've all seen it on camera. You say, didn't he just have a cigarette? And he's calling me Dr. Nicotine? Come on, do better than that. Just call me a chomo again. And he wonders why. Oh, how could he even wonder why he's in this position right now? How is it even possible that he could have any doubts why he's suffering the slings and arrows of the legal system? Duh! Hello, anybody home? Apparently not. Knock, knock. Oh, I hear something hollow here. His whole journey. I began watching that SOB since he was living in a tent, yeah, which was in a friend's of his garage. Oh my God. His whole journey. Well, if he managed to get the money to buy a van, that would be his best bet. That would be his best bet. If he managed to leave the country and he didn't get arrested again once he hit American grounds, didn't wind up in jail again, is to put his Social Security money together, which he has, keep in mind. Imagine even lying to your girlfriend about that. This way, because she can continue and come over and give you food and stuff. Lying to the woman he says he loves, that she's my rock. She's my very reason for being and being alive. She's my rock. But he lies to her. Lies. He lies to her. But she believes everything he says. Or maybe she doesn't, but she goes along with it. Or for whatever reason. We're not going to go on the attack of her. For whatever reason she's with him, God bless her. God bless her. You know, God bless her. As you'll find out later on, what a big mistake I made. Why didn't I listen to people? But that's none of my doing. No. As Jerry said, no. That's none of my business. People have to find out things for themselves, and that's the way it works for some people. Yeah. Unfortunately, they gotta suffer until they find out that shit, I've been had, I've been taken, I've been lied to. I've been lied to. Oh well, ain't my problem. No, sir. It's not my problem. That's hers, his, whatever. They're made for each other, maybe. Maybe they are made for each other. Maybe they are. Oh yeah, and he's gonna move to the United States, gonna take her all over to the national parks. Where's all this money coming from? And we're gonna make money together, he says. Doing what? He's already yelling at John Blaze, saying, you gotta put your woman to work. You ain't got no money. If you have to go put your woman to work. Well, how are you gonna make money unless you guys are gonna get a job and worked? Maybe, the Waffle House will take her in along with you. Yeah. That's a possibility. That means you'd have to work. We're going to make money together. And we're going to travel, pink, the light, fantastic. All over the country, all the national parks. Going to see America. I'm not really sure how that's supposed to happen. On a welfare check, I don't know. They only give you so much. And that's most if you have kids. As far as getting Section 8 housing, there are rules for that, according to how much money you make and everything else. You can be overqualified even with the little bit of money he makes. You can be overqualified to get certain services. And he makes a big issue of it. And he's going to show everybody what he's going to do with the taxpayers' money. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'm going to take your taxpayer money and I'm going to go on welfare. I'm going to get food stamps. I'm going to go on Section 8. I'll show you. The only thing you're showing us is what a goober you are, what a disrespectful person you are by your own demonstration, what a low-life, low-class person you are by your own demonstration. That's what you're showing us.
All right, can everybody hear me? Very good. See, look at video unavailable. And he wonders why we simulcast him. He wonders why there's channels like Frank Battaglia Replay. I mean, let's get real here. I, and you could clearly see he gets pissed when I simulcast him. And he says all kinds of nasty shit about me. And I love when he does that because I have it all up here on my channel. Right? Now, I'm not a vindictive guy. I'm not I'm not the type of guy that goes looking for revenge. But if I wanted to, how's that? Is that better? Sick? But if I wanted to, I could take all these videos, go to Philippines, and file a case. And see how he likes it. I mean, he is breaking the law. You can't say that shit in Philippines about somebody. He's breaking the law while he's in Philippines. So, in closing here, all I have to say about this guy, he's the biggest hypocrite that's ever walked the face of the earth. Plain and simple. Okay? And I'll keep simulcasting. I think Frank Battaglia Replay will keep reposting his shit. Okay? Yeah, should I get Interpol on it? I mean, dude, look at the shit Barry has said about me. I don't really care. I mean, look at Barry. I mean, I actually feel sorry for Barry. Barry ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. All he's got is words and empty threats. So why, if somebody has just words, empty threats, why bother with them? You know? I mean, it was fun doing Popeye shorts on Barry. He's quite entertaining. And see, that's all Frank has got. His words, empty threats. You know, fuck you, Popeye, this, that. Terrified of Barry coming back. Dude. uh, he should be careful when he comes back, because I think there's a lot of people that want to meet up with Barry when he comes back to the United States, if he ever comes back to the United States. It's just as simple as that. And, you know, so here you got this guy, he's 70 years old, and what is he doing? He's torturing some retarded backwood Alabama idiot. Eh? I mean, is that anything to be proud of? Please tell me. I'd love to know. I mean, should you be proud of something like that? And that's the question you all have to answer. Yeah, Barry has found a way to put adventure in his life. Good for him, you know? So, I mean, you take a look at Frank. He's gonna go to his grave an angry, fucking mean old man. Okay? And see, Frank, I'm here in the United States. I could say whatever I want about you. I could call you a pedophile, because, Frank, you are a pedophile. You were grooming that child you had in the room with you, singing about another man's penis. Frank, what's wrong with having 8 kids? Nothing's wrong with having 8 kids. What's wrong, Frank, is that she has 8 kids and a husband, and you're living with her. Okay? So, you're committing adultery. You're breaking another Philippine law. Okay? You are in Congress with a married woman. Plain and simple. Okay? So, Frank, you should take the advice that you gave Barry. Get the fuck off YouTube before somebody gets you. And last but not least, the charge sheet against Frank that a Filipina has filed. He's sleeping with a married woman. Yes, he is. Okay? He goes to bed with her every night. Definitely is a cock. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? So, Frank, you should take your own advice. Get the fuck off YouTube before somebody gets real pissed and hauls your ass into fucking court. And I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. And that's the end of the simulcast. And everybody have a good night.